Hello everyone. What you just saw was an illness that greatly affects a lot of people worldwide. And today, I want to talk to you guys about anxiety disorders. First of all, let's define anxiety. Anxiety is a natural response to stress, often described as a feeling of fear, worry, or unease. It's our body's way of preparing for potential danger. Oftentimes, it is sort of a built-in survival mechanism. However, when stress becomes too overwhelming, it may indicate anxiety disorders.
Now, let's address some misconceptions about anxiety. One of the biggest myths is that anxiety is just overreacting, or you can just simply snap out of. In reality, anxiety disorders are influenced by genetics, by our brain chemistry, and life experiences. Another misconception is that anxiety is not often visible to people. People often assume when we are calm or when people are calm, they are not struggling, when in fact, people who have these anxieties can hide their emotions pretty well, making it an invisible battle.
Understanding anxiety is the first big step towards breaking stigma and offering support.
Let's go deep into types of anxiety disorder. According to American Psychiatric Association Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder (DSM-5), there are several types of anxiety disorder. For example, GAD, Generalized Anxiety Disorder, Agoraphobia, Panic Disorder, Specific Phobia, Social Anxiety Disorder, Separation Anxiety Disorder, and Selective Mutism. Like the common social anxiety in Malaysia is GAD, Generalized Anxiety Disorder, Panic Disorder, Specific Phobias, and Social Anxiety Disorder. Let's go through on the first one, GAD, Generalized Anxiety Disorder. GAD is mental health condition that causes fear, worry, or constant feeling of overwhelm. It is characterized by excessive, frequent, and unrealistic worry about everything such as job responsibility, health, and chores. For example, people with GAD have general worry or something bad going to happen in the future. Furthermore, we have panic disorder. Panic disorder is mental health condition involve multiple unexpected panic attack. Panic attack is suddenly intense feeling of fear that cause physical symptoms like heart racing, fast breathing, and sweating. It may feel like heart attack. Moreover, we have social anxiety disorder. Social anxiety disorder isn't a shyness. Instead, it is an intense fear of being judged or watched by others. There are 3 levels of social anxiety disorder: mild, moderate, and extreme social anxiety. Let's go through on the first one, which is mild social anxiety. Mild social anxiety when a person may experience physical or psychological social anxiety symptoms but still participate in social situations and endure it. However, for the next one, which is moderate social anxiety, a person may experience physical and psychological social anxiety symptoms but participate in some social situations and avoid the others. And the worst one, which is extreme social disorder, is a person may experience intense social anxiety symptoms like panic attack. Because of this, they may avoid social situations at all costs. Last but not least, we have specific phobias. Specific phobias is a mental health condition when you have intense feeling of fear and anxiety in certain situations, or when you encounter certain objects that consistently disrupt your life. Let's look at a few examples of the phobia. First, we have arachnophobia, which is fear of spider. Aerophobia, which is fear of flying. And the last one, which is neurophobia, which is fear of cloud.
Once in a while, anxiety is normal in a person's daily life, but anxiety disorder is a different matter. Anxiety disorder is when our worry or fear become excessive and persistent until it could disrupt our daily life routine, which is beyond the normal stress and also worry. There are a few common symptoms of anxiety disorders. First is restlessness and nervousness about a certain situation, whether it is in the past, present, or the future. Someone who have an anxiety disorder will tend to keep on thinking about this given situation that they are worried about. This will causes difficulty in controlling the worriness. So they tend to overthink it very much. Secondly, other symptoms is trembling and also rapid breathing, which is caused by anxiety attack. Last but not least is someone who have anxiety disorder tend to avoid a situation that they could get the anxiety from. For example, someone who have anxiety disorder tend to not go to gatherings which will involve lots of people and lots of socializing because they're scared other people would judge them of how they look and how they speak.
I'm pretty sure that all of you might wonder what is the factors that contribute to anxiety development. You cannot pin an anxiety disorder down to a one factor because it is actually a contribution of many factors that lead to anxiety development. First and foremost, genetics. Genetics plays a huge role in developing anxiety disorder. Researchers found that an imbalance of neurotransmitter, especially serotonin, might be one of the factors. Secondly, childhood and upbringing. If your parents are the anxious type of person, you are more likely will too. If you never have learned to cope with any stressful and frightening events on your own because you are protected by an overprotective parents, you have difficulties in handling stressful all the way to your adulthood. Extremely stressful events such as the death of beloved ones can also be one of the factors that cause an anxiety. And if this has not been processed properly, it will cause a lifelong insecurities. Lastly, drugs and alcohol. Taking drugs and alcohol will actually trigger your anxiety and it won't help you to get better.
Anxiety can affect daily life in many ways, making even simple tasks feel overwhelming. People with anxiety often experience constant worry and fear, which can interfere their ability to focus, making decisions, or even enjoying their daily activities. Furthermore, social interaction may become difficult as individuals might avoid gatherings or even struggling with conversation due to fear of judgment. At work or school, anxiety can reduce productivity. On top of that, sleep disturbances are also common, leading to exhaustion and worsening their anxiety symptoms. Over time, chronic stress from anxiety can weaken our immune system and increase the risk of health issues such as high blood pressure or even heart disease.
Before this, we hear about the definitions, types, symptoms, and also the effects. And now, let's talk about the treatment options to overcome this issue.
First of all, the most effective treatment is psychotherapy. What is psychotherapy? Psychotherapy is also known as talk therapy. It is involved by using psychological methods and regular interactions with a therapist to help individuals address emotional, behavior, and mental health issues to promote positive well-being and positive change. This treatment helps individuals to recognize negative thought patterns and replace them with healthier perspectives. Besides that, medications play a significant role in helping people who suffer anxiety disorder by targeting the chemical imbalance in the brains, which can reduce the symptoms and also improving overall functions. As we all know, anxiety disorder can be linked to imbalance of neurotransmitter level in the body such as serotonin and dopamine. So, by having medication, this will help to restore this chemical level, leading to a calmer and more stable mood. That's all from us. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting videos. Thank you. Bye bye.